2018 could be a hit or miss year for the Nintendo Switch, but I feel like there's one big fear that may arise during this year of 2018 for the Nintendo Switch. So the Nintendo Switch is probably one of my favorite consoles ever because of the games that it has and what the console does. But there is a few flaws with the console, and I myself will admit that. Despite its few flaws, people don't care. People love this console. This console is selling like hotcakes. It's already surpassed 10 million. It's probably around the 13 to 14 million mark around this time since Christmas has just passed. And honestly, the Switch has had a great first year, but it's 2018 that I'm worried about. The first year of a console is a huge thing and it means a lot. Now the second year of consoles, especially if they go the way the Nintendo Switch did with hitting all of its big games out within the first year, will affect the second year. And a lot of people say that the second year of the Switch will be the true test of the console. And I actually personally disagree with that. If you get all of your big games out in the first year, there's not going to be as many big games the next year. That's just one of my fears. We honestly have to wait and see what games are going to come out on the Switch throughout 2018. Because the games that we've seen so far, from things such as the mini directs and just random announcements, aren't so special. A lot of them are ports, and ports of games are on the Wii U. Now this is a good and a bad thing. It's also a fearful thing. I say that because it could be a good thing because a lot of people in the Wii U did not have a chance to play some of these ports, I myself included. And the bad thing is Nintendo is treating these ports such as their own big new games that are coming out for the Switch. And honestly does make me wonder, what big game are they gonna have? The only big game that we really know about is Kirby. Kirby is probably their biggest game of the year right now that we actually know about. And I'm quite confident that we won't see much more than Kirby, or something that'll escalate Kirby's level exponentially in terms of popularity and demand. So basically what I'm saying is, I feel like the Switch's biggest fear will be its own first party games. I feel like there won't be enough substance in terms of the first party games that are going to come out this year, since a lot of them are going to be ports. And I feel like it's not enough compared to last. And there's another fear that I might want to get into. Third-party games. Third-party games on the Nintendo Switch, they did okay. Not horrible, but okay. Nintendo did promise third-party games, and they did give us a lot of third-party games. We do have a lot compared to what the Wii U had. We have NBA 2K18, we have Doom, we have Batman Telltale, we have Rocket League, we're getting Dark Souls, etc. It's good we're getting these games, but it's the frequency that we get a lot of these third-party games. Despite the fact the Switch coming out just last year, that gets a pass for a lot of older games. But what doesn't get a pass is games like Wolfenstein 2 that is coming out later on the Switch compared to all the other versions. That's a huge problem that needs to be fixed in 2018. And if it's not fixed, I don't see how the Switch can move forward with third-party games. And if they can't move forward by fixing their release schedules on these games, then I don't know. Either the Switch is going to have continued delayed releases for third-party games, or third-party support is going to drop eventually. We don't want it to drop eventually, so that's why the Switch needs to get it right with the third-party games. They're doing better already than the Wii U. They just need to get better at what they're already doing with the third-party games and getting them out. Anyways, that's how I feel about the Nintendo Switch in 2018. How do you guys feel? What is your biggest fear for the Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more, make sure you subscribe and join the squad. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one.